Good day, everybody. This is Alex Chu, technical support from IDEC IZUMI Asia. So thank you for taking your time to attend today's webinar. So this hour, I will mainly talk about how to set up web server in our IDEC PLC and touchscreen. So if you guys attended previous webinar session, I believe you guys have seen web server function introduced by me during the time. So let me give you guys some refresh again. So for web server function, this function is supported in IDEC FC6A plus of PLC or FC6A all-in-one PLC when used together with HMI module, FL1F, and any model of our touchscreen, right? So you guys might have a question, what is web server function? So basically you can understand like it is a website, then we can build easily. And then on that website, you can display the machine status, okay? Your machine status, your plant status, sensor signal, and so on. Whatever memory inside the PLC, you are able to observe in this website. Okay, you can build this website easily without any skills, without any programming skill like HTML, JavaScript, or CSS skill. You don't need to have all this. After you build it, you save this website inside the hardware and you can access it easily. If let's say your mobile device or your laptop, which comes with a web browser, if let's say this device is in the same network as your PLC or touchscreen, for example, all of these devices are within the same Wi-Fi zone, okay, you can easily see the website you create, okay, by simply keying in the IP address of the device. But if let's say you are at home, you want to see your what is the status of your machine, what is the status of your plant, you can simply use a fixed IP SIM card or establish a VPN between your mobile devices to all these PLC or touchscreen. Okay, so this is basically how it works. So let us take a look how easy we can configure and build this website without any programming skill. So first of all, we need to launch our LDR software. I believe you guys know when you install our automation organizer suite, which can be downloaded from our website, okay, it comes with mainly 4 software components. WinLDR, which is mainly used to program PLC, okay. NV2 and NV4 mainly used to program touchscreen, okay. NV3 mainly used to program FT1A touch, which is a combination of touchscreen and PLC. Okay, so for this example, I'm going to use FC6A plus. That's why we will use WinLDR software. So the first step, of course, you launch the software WinLDR, and this is what you're going to see. Interface look like Microsoft Office, so it's very easy to use. First step, you select the hardware because you need to know what hardware you are configuring. Okay, for FC6A plus, normally the part number start with FC6A-D. Either choose a 16 IO version or 32 IO version, right? So the second step, once you have choose your hardware, simply come to the module configuration, okay? And since web server of FC6A plus can be accessed only through Ethernet port number 1, so you simply double click this symbol, you will open up function area setting. Okay, so you go to Ethernet port number 1 setting, all the setting to be done over here. Okay, so let us set the IP address of the PLC first, because eventually you are going to monitor this website by keying in the IP address of the PLC. So let us put it 92.168.1.5, for example. You can set it according to your network requirement. Like let's say you have an existing setup using other brand of PLC, they have IP address of 192.168.10.5. Then you should set it so that they are within the same network. Okay, you can monitor all the components easily. Okay, After that, confirm this setting, and we proceed to the next step. So after we have done the IP setting, we should create a simple program. Okay, this makes sense because once you have come up with your control program, then only you know what are the memory you use in the program so that you can link up with those graphics inside your website. Okay, so we are going to create something similar like this. Okay, in this example. So once we come up with this simple program, we can link it up one by one. So this memory should be linked up with which button. So this word memory should be linked up with the tank level and so on. Okay. So this is required before you start to build your website. Okay. So for this example, we are going to use a button to turn on and turn off a WAF. Okay. When I click this button, the WAF in your website, okay, should change color to show that it's already turned on. And this button can be created inside your website also. That means even though you're sitting at home, you can still control your WAF from your home. And also the second one shows that we are giving a command to key in a value to set the tank level. So later we will take a look in more detail. After you have run your logic, it's time to import some image, beautiful image, so that you can make your graphic inside a website. Okay, whatever image necessary you need to use inside your website, you need to get it. Either there are many two ways to get the graphic. First method, you can import it from your local disk, your local drive. Maybe you save your handsome photo in your C drive. Okay, you can import file and then choose the location, and then that will be imported to this software in this program. And the second method is to use our symbol factory. Okay, this symbol factory is built in and come with this software automation organizer with LDR. Okay, it consists of more than 10/1000 of image. Okay, so you will not be running out of image. So most of the commonly used image will be available inside. Okay, so forget to mention, in order to import and configure your website, location to configure actually is located in this project tab. Once you click project tab, then it will show this project window, right? It's under web page editor. Okay, under web page editor, there is an image. You just right click, you will see this import option. So once you have import, if you choose symbol factory, it will pop up a window for you like this. Inside the symbol factory consists of more than 10/1000 of symbols. Of course, very difficult to find for certain symbols. So if let's say you really can't locate them in symbol factory, you can simply come to the search function here, just key in. Let's say we want a tank. We just key in a tank and then click search. So this symbol factory will filter up for you. So for this example, we simply choose this tank with a colorway. After you choose this, you got the option to change the color, whether you want to change it to red color, blue color, and so on. But if you just want to use the default setting, simply click default all and import the image as BMP file. Why BMP file is recommended? Because this load faster, okay, for our case. Once you have imported, okay, this window will pop up for you to give a name for this tank so that you can recognize it easily when you build your website. Okay, once we have imported all the photo, all the image we need to create our website, all right, they will be shown under this image folder that can be used when you create a website. Let us start to create a website by double-clicking this web page editor. And after you double-click, it will link you to your default web browser. Okay, you don't need to install any software because it's already comes with this WinLDR. Once you double-click, it will link you to your browser. And this is my default web browser. Okay, from the left and right, we come with the tools required to create your fancy website. So as I mentioned, you do not need to have any programming skill in HTML, JavaScript, and CSS. What you need to do, 80% of them, is to drag and drop. So I drag and drop the IDEC logo I imported just now. Okay, same to the rest of them. All right. So Once you drag and drop, you can even change the image. If you don't want this image, you can simply use image on and image off to change it. Because sometimes we like to use an image as our switch. So when we click it, it turns on. So we want this to show as other picture. We can set what picture we want to see under image on. So this is the difference between image on and off. When you click it, this window will pop up to show whatever image you have imported for you to choose. Okay, so the same procedure go to the rest of the component you want to put in your website. Basically, just drag and drop. So after we drag and drop all the buttons, control buttons, and image we want to use in our website, so it's time for us to link up all this button and image to the memory inside our logic in our program. So that whenever we click this button, we will be able to activate the contact, okay? Or the symbol will be able to change this color according to the coil inside our PLC program. Or that means it react based on the status of the memory. Okay, let us link up one by one. So for this example, we will use this button to control this WAF. That means when I click this run button, it should link to M0, and then it should change the color of the WAF. That means my WAF should be linked to Q0. Okay, let me link run first. Then I link this WAF to Q0. How to link? Basically, you just highlight this symbol, then at a value, okay, you just click this button, the device tree window will pop up. Whatever memory you use in your program will be available under this device tree. What you need to do, simply select memory address you want to link up. Then that's all. So same goes to the rest of the object. Okay, like buttons, and this is the okay. For this one, for the tank level control, we can actually build it by using a rectangle. Okay, a rectangle. Then we fill out the color inside this rectangle by using this level option. So no worries too much. Later I will use my LDR program to do this again to show you guys how easy we can do. Okay, so the level can be controlled, and in our program the level is linked to D1. Okay, so the level should be controlled by D1. So we link here. And for the tank level, so in our program, once we key in the tank level we want, this level will change according to the value we key in over here. So in our program, this should be linked to D0. Okay, we set the value as D0. So this graphic, this displays this value input box should be linked to D0. Okay. And when a command, when this button is clicked, set tank level is clicked, this should be linked to M1, okay, which will execute to transfer whatever value inside this tank level that we're going to key in, and then it will adjust the level according to this value. Okay, so let us link this set tank level button to M1. Okay, once we have linked up all the memory or all the icon, all the image and control button in our website, what we need to do next is to save it. You can give any name. Just save it, okay, then it will appear. After you save it, this page will appear under the web page editor option, the function just now. Okay, after that you can simply close this window. All right. So there is one more setting before we can run the simulation, okay, which is also under Ethernet port number 1. Okay, we have to set a username and password so that we do not allow other people like hackers to easily come in and control our machines or plant. Okay, so after you have key in this, for redirect target, choose the page you have created just now. If you still remember the name, just now we put it page 1, and uncheck this system web page because we only want to see what we have created just now. Okay, this is more or less the step to create the website. And there is one fancy part of our website is that you can even use our WinLDR software to run simulation together with the web page editor without any hardware. Okay, which means that when I put simulation mode under WinLDR and put a run mode under my web page editor, when I click this run button, the signal will be sent to my WinLDR. So this is quite a good feature for the designer to cross-check the function before you really download the program into the PLC. Okay, so the last step after you have done the simulation, let's download it to the PLC. Okay, you need to select this checkbox in order to download the patch you have created to the PLC. Okay, so let me quickly show you guys how to do it. Okay, so I will repeat again quickly. So the first step is always to launch this WinLDR software. After that, choose the hardware we're going to deal with. So for this example, we'll use FC6A plus PLC, which part number followed by D, FC6A-D 16IO version. Okay. So once you have selected, give it some time for the program to load. Okay. Okay, once you've completed the loading, we go to module configuration. Okay, since the web page is only accessible through Ethernet port number 1, which is over here, you can remember this by double-clicking this area, okay, which will pop up a window, okay, function area setting for you to configure your IP address. But where is the IP address? Don't forget we will access through Ethernet port number 1, okay. So the IP address is over here. We need to set, let me just leave it as default, 192.168.1.5. Okay. So operator confirm. Then after that, let me go back to main program to create a simple program. All right. Okay, let me use this one. A simple open contact which link to my run button. Okay. Then this will directly control my output 0, which is a while. Okay. All right. And then I have another button as well, okay, which is linked to another bit memory. Okay. This is a button to set the tank level. Okay. So when I click this button, the value, use a move instruction. So the value inside the input box, which is linked to D0, tank level value, okay, should be moved to the real actual tank level. So we link to another word memory, which we set it as the actual tank level. Okay. Okay, that's all our simple program. Okay, once we have done it, let us save this. Okay, let us save this. Any name? Okay. Once you have saved it, let us import whatever image necessary to do our website, which is under program a project window. Just click here. This project window will show up, and it is under web page editor. So let us import whatever image necessary, okay, for our website. So let me import our IDEC logo, okay, and then don't forget about the tank, which is available in Symbol Factory. Okay. Okay, this Symbol Factory window will pop up. It consists of so many symbols. How do I know where it's the tank I'm looking for? Simply key in tank, search. All right, then the system will filter for me. Where is the tank? So let me find out the tank. Okay, let's go for this. As you can see, you can adjust the color as you want. But if I simply prefer the original one, so I will default all. Okay, and then copy as BMP. It will pop out a window for me to key in a name. Easy recognize this tank. later when I build this website. I also want to import some WAV. Okay. Okay, WAV is under here. All right. So I want to have two different colors to differentiate off and on. So I can simply change, okay, green color is for WAV on. Okay, let me import another called WAV off. WAV off to show as red color. Okay, copy as BMP, name. Okay, that's all. All right, so once we have imported all the necessary image, let's save again, and then double click this web page editor, which will link me to my default web browser. Okay, with all the necessary tools available at the left-hand side and right-hand side. This is where I can build my website. I don't need to have any skills. Simply drag and drop. Okay, drag and drop. Is this the image I want? No. Let's adjust it. I want my IDEC logo here. Okay. Okay, you can adjust the size like this. And then I want my tank. Where is my tank? Okay, this is my tank. This is how you can choose the image you want. Okay, my WAV. Okay, WAV. When it is off, I want to show it as red color. When it is on, I want to show it as green color. Okay, and the value. Okay, after that, I have two buttons, right? One is run button. Then, okay, let me change it. Okay. And another button is set tank level button. Then I should have another input text box for me to key in my tank value so that the level here will change accordingly. So I want to see this. Let me change it to insert. So, okay, okay, how about a tank level? Tank level I can build this rectangle. I can build it like this. Need to put it here. Okay. So right now it's white color. So I want to fill it with different colors so that you can later you can see clearly the level will go up and down. Change the value here. So if you refer back to my program just now, this tank level is supposed to link to a PLC address of, okay, the level should change accordingly. Right now it's 100. If I change to 50, then it becomes 50. But I want to use my PLC memory to change it. Let me link it to a PLC memory by simply click the button just now. So whatever memory you use in your PLC will appear here. Okay, just now it was D1. If you remember, just now it was D1 for this level, tank level. Okay. All right. So in order to insert a level, to instruct this level change, this should be D0. Okay. So this should be D0. So it should be D0. Okay. So let's link it to D0. Okay, D0. All right. And this button, which is used to move the value over here to here, okay, so that the value change accordingly, should be linked to memory M1. When I click this button on value change, okay, M1, okay, bit value, okay. So for my WAV, when I click run, the WAV should change color from red to green. So the value should change, but I'm not going to press on this WAV, so I don't need to do any setting here. The value should change. So the value is typed to Q0 of my PLC memory. So the one last thing is my run button. When I click it, it should activate M0 according to my program just now. So let me double check again. All of them already linked to a memory. Okay, M0. This one is D1 for the level. This one is Q0. Okay. This one is M1. And this is D0. Okay, once you have done everything, simply save it. You can give a name, whatever name. Tank level monitoring. Okay, save. Then you can close it basically. Okay. Then come back to your program here. You can see actually tank level monitoring is already available here on the web page editor, which I've created just now. Okay. So there is one, don't forget, there is another setting, one last setting, okay, which is inside Ethernet port number 1. Again, you come to here, Ethernet port number 1. There are two ways to access this function area setting. One is by double clicking this PLC symbol. Another way, it is under configuration and then function area settings over here. You can choose from here as well, Ethernet port number 1. Okay, then you go down to your web server setting. Okay, we have changed this username and password so that hacker not easily can come in. And this redirect page, let us change to tank level monitoring page that we have created, and uncheck this because we want our page to show up immediately right after we key in our IP address later. These are the main 3 things to set under web server setting, which is again under Ethernet port number 1. Why? Because this is the port we are going to access, the only port that access the Ethernet, the web server function, web page I have created. So let me done a quick, simple, quick simulation to confirm everything is working before I download it into my PLC. Okay. So yeah, basically let's run. Okay, let's run the simulation. Okay. So over here you need to put to run as well. So when I click the run button, the signal should go to my WinLDR. Okay, can you see it? So a bit delay, but later after I download into my PLC, it'll be much faster. So when I click it, the icon should change from red to green. It shows it's already turned on. Let me control the levels, see if it's working as what I wish. 30%, let's say. Okay, this 30 will come to D0. When I click this button, okay, it should, yeah, it's working. So if I change to 70%, let's transfer this 70%. Okay, yep. Pretty sure it is working now. So let us download this thing inside our PLC to see how fast it's working. So in order to download, simply come online here. Download. This window will pop up. But we have to check this checkbox in order to download the web page we created just now into the CPU. This will take a little bit of time, but let us come back here. Okay, actually, for our touchscreen, we are able to achieve or create exactly the same website by following the same procedure as I mentioned just now, as I showed you guys just now. So this is the interface of our NV4 software, which normally we use to program our touchscreen. Okay, so you can see under this web page editor function, interface is exactly the same as what we have gone through just now. And once you double click this web page editor, it will link you to your default browser as well with tools at the left and at the right. So I have created similar thing, exactly the same thing as what I did just now. So you can see there is no difference. The only difference here is because we are not dealing with PLC, okay? We are dealing with touchscreen. So all this button and the icon and the label, everything that should be linked to the memory of the touchscreen. Okay, so no longer the memory in the PLC, but it is the memory of the touchscreen. So imagine if, let's say, right now you have a existing system. okay, which is not able to, you are not able to monitor the status, you can simply use our touchscreen, okay, also link it up by using our communication driver, and then our touchscreen will be accepting the signal from that PLC, right? So you can simply link that signal to the internal memory of the touchscreen, then you project it to the website you built. Okay. All right. And the setting wise is more or less the same as in the PLC. Okay. You have to disable the system web page. Okay. Enable the custom web page so that you can redirect to the page you created. I believe this one already completed. So let us take a look at the website we have created. So let me make sure I have plugged in my cable. The PLC is right beside me. So it's 192.168.1.5, right? If I don't remember wrongly. And the username and password, which increase the security level. Okay, so it will show what we have created just now. So you can see it's much faster to respond compared to the simulation just now. So if I change it to the same, okay, it will respond immediately. So you can see we actually created this interface within 50 minutes. Okay, it's quite easy to create. With the help of Symbol Factory, you can put a lot of fancy graphic over here actually. Okay, so this is how easy we can configure the web page, even without any skills in programming, HTML, JavaScript, and so on. Okay, thank you very much for joining me today.